feel like there's a lot of things we need to unlearn about many areas of our lives, whether it's relationships, money, health, business, education, your overall belief systems in lives that were shaped by your parents and teachers or anyone who had an influence on you when you were young. You're a unique culmination of your background, your upbringing, religion, culture, values. Something that's normal for you might be foreign for me, and vice versa. And there's beauty in that. But in order to open and grow your mind, you have to be willing to not just gain new knowledge and wisdom, but also question your beliefs and let go of ideas and concepts that do not serve your highest self. In this video, I am going to share some of the things that I had to unlearn, which helped me grow in many areas of my life. Let's start with money. Now, the way we see money has evolved quite a lot in the past few decades. The traditional way of going to school, college, university, getting a degree, getting a job, and working for 8 to 12 hours a day is not just becoming unappealing, but dare I say, obsolete. The biggest mindset shift for me in terms of money was that I don't need to trade my time for money all the time. I don't need to earn more to get more money. If I can create more money with ideas, with my mind, by structuring my ideas into something that's of value to someone else. It is possible to make money while you sleep. You don't have to trade time for money all day, every day. I'm not saying you can be the next Steve Jobs or Elon Musk or Bill Gates, but you do have the potential of creating something that can give you the freedom to live the life you want to live. The highest form of wealth is to wake up every morning and say, I can do whatever I want today. That's true wealth, in my opinion. It's not about how much you can spend, how much you can buy and own things. That's the difference between being rich and wealthy. Actually, you can be rich if you spend a lot, but if you want to stay rich in the long run, if you want to stay wealthy and abundant, you have to understand that it's not about things, it's not about the materialism, it's about the freedom to choose the kind of life you want to live. I mean, wouldn't you want to live in a country with less pollution, less crime rate, or just in a country where you actually would love to live and live the kind of life you want? You can experiment and find your passions and hobbies without having to worry about next month's bills. That's actual wealth, for me at least. If I had to recommend one book, just one book on wealth, on money, it would be The Psychology of Money, which I'm currently reading, by Morgan Housel. Amazing book. You can be wanting money and you can be wishing for all the things you want, but if you don't understand the psychology of it, then what's the point? You can have all the strategies, oh yeah, go invest in crypto, go invest in this company stocks, but if you still lack the mindset, you can never stay wealthy in the long run. You will always lose what you get. Now let's talk about business, my favorite topic. I'm a business graduate, but everything that I learned about being an entrepreneur, having the mindset of an entrepreneur, was not from my degree, but from online sources for free. I mean, experts and coaches. For example, Dan Ko, an amazing guy from whom I learned how to create a one-person business model, how to leverage your problems, find your own solutions, and help others find solutions. If you're someone who has no idea how to start your own business in the digital space, please go and watch Dan Ko, because he will get the wheels running in your head. The thing about starting an online business in today's world is that there is almost zero barrier to enter and to grab an opportunity, no matter how saturated the market is, because sometimes we might think, oh yeah, she's offering the same product, he's offering the same product or service, like what's unique about me? Well, people mostly don't want to know. I mean, they obviously want to know what you're selling, what's the product and how it can help them and benefit them, what problems can it help solve for them, but they mostly want to know why you believe in your product. How did it help you solve your problems? They want to see your authenticity, because apparently that's what we lack nowadays in this digital space. So yes, obviously you need a competitive edge to be unique, but understand that you don't have to be original, because you don't have to try to be original, because you are original. Your whole self is original. Is there another Asma like me? I don't think so. Health. By now, we all know that the healthcare industry is not really healthcare, it's disease management industry. And it's a business which is not in your best interest. The meat we eat is injected with hormones. Freaking chickens look like turkeys now. Like, have you seen the chicken legs now? The ones you get, the frozen ones in the market. They're so big, huge. Looks like a turkey leg. They're injected with hormones and they're messing up with your hormones. And this is why fertility issues are at its peak. It's almost impossible to find something in its purest, unadulterated form, whether it's milk, honey, fruits and vegetables. Everything is processed unless you grow your own food. If you have a limited budget on spending on yourself, then my suggestion is that prioritize health, prioritize food and nutrition instead of the things you can put on your body like clothes and jewelry and all of that. Prioritize the things that you're putting inside of your body, because I'm hoping that you would want to live a longer, healthier life than to look good. Nutritious food is preventive medicine, and if you want to avoid relying on medicines later in your life, medicines that come with side effects, the best way to stay fit and healthy is to have nutritious food and exercise, staying fit. I had to unlearn and educate myself a lot on nutrition because companies are becoming smarter. Like, they're not using words like sugar or the words that we try to avoid when we look at their ingredients, because they're replacing it with other things. I mean, I don't have much. It's usually my mom, like she's my nutritionist, my dietitian, so she's up to date with all the new studies on nutrition. So I am a bit lazy, I would say, in this regard, that I can just rely on her to educate me on this. I haven't read a book on nutrition or health yet, but I do have some in my reading list. If you know any, then do let me know in the comments below. Let's talk about relationships. Romantic relationships. I have stopped watching romantic movies. Not because I'm not a romantic, but because 90% of those movies are glorifying unhealthy, toxic attachment styles. Do you even know what your attachment style is? Your worldview on love is a reflection of yourself. Sadly, not everyone is born in a healthy family dynamic. So there's a lot of things you have to unlearn. And not only unlearn, but to heal yourself if there is any trauma associated with that. If you want to have healthy relationships, not just romantic healthy relationships, but friendships. One of the best advices I learned from Peter Sage is that no one can love you more than you love yourself. It does not mean that others are incapable of loving you and there's a limit. It just means that you only accept the love you think you deserve. If you're pursuing love out of loneliness, you're just going to end up with another lonely person, and you both cannot take loneliness out of each other. It's just two lonely people living together. To feel whole on your own is a journey that requires courage. And when two whole people meet, they don't always have fights and arguments. They have conversations. That's all for this video. I know I covered all of these topics very briefly. If you would want me to cover any of these individual topics in detail, I would love to. Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.